Hey YouTubers, Bart here with a contest response video for Yankees Cards. Jerome basically said, show 10 cards of your PC, either a team PC or a player PC. And I'm a man of many PCs, for those that are regular followers, but the one that at least takes up the predominance of volume is Jerry Rice. And so I got 10 cards to show for that. No particular order, but 10 that I'm pretty fond of. Ringleaders from 94 Stadium Club. Just love the shine on that one. Took me a long time to get a decent grade on one of these. There's a members only version as well, which these are real hard to find in good grade, but the members only for some reason is always even more shredded around the edges and everything like that. But just awesome sparkle there. I subbed that myself, so I'm always a little bit more proud of the subs myself, and you'll see a fair number of those. 93 Skybox Premium Poster Cards. This one is Pop 1, and I subbed this, and even cooler than this, I had this poster as a kid in my room. It was the lone Rice poster that I had. I swear I got it from, like a Scholastic book fair or something like that. And, I hung it up on the wall. I'd tear it down and move it around all over the place as the collection, because I just used to love to put everything on the walls and stuff and have little shelves with Niners crap all over the place. And I'd move it all around, so the corners were all torn apart and tape was holding the corners on and stuff like that. And I had rolled it up so many times that it was wrinkled. It was just a shit show of a poster, and I loved it anyway. And then I found out there was a card that looked like this, and it was only a couple years ago that I found out that there was a card that like that. Got one, subbed it, pull a 10, and it is Pop 1. Super proud of that one. There's a 1990 Score hot card. I'm a real big fan of 90 Score, mostly because it's the set that got me into it. Shared this story once or twice before, but how I got into collecting was, no kidding, after church we used to go to Kmart, and I used to steal packs of cards. I stole 90 Score football. I had a stack of about 150 or so. Got scared that my dad would find them or something like that, so eventually threw them out. And then I started up a couple months later with 91 Topps baseball and just had thousands of those before I went on the straight and narrow and started getting them my own. But big fan of this set. Never had any of these because these came in these weird plastic, wall hanger packs or something. I don't even know what you would call them, but didn't get these out of regular packs or anything like that. But that one's a Pop 5 now, but this is the first 10. It was Pop 1 when I picked it up. I like this one mostly for the oddity of it. It's a Pop 1 from Highland Mint, 97. It says bronze. I've never seen a silver or gold of these. But this is like a half-pound card. It is ridiculously heavy. And really neat, because somebody basically had to, I don't know, I guess it's machined obviously, but that's a lot of detail for a hunk of metal to have kind of in there. And got the neat little 75th anniversary patch there. Z Team, and I have the Z Team insert in a gem as well of his, so just like everything about it. So it's a mock-up, if you can read it, of the 95 Pinnacle insert there. Up next, 97 Stadium Club Jerry Rice. Offense strikes, and this one is called Air Force. And again, I'm a Rice guy. My most favorite cards and inserts are from 97, which you should have started seeing a pattern here, because I like the uniform of 97 so much more than all the others. particularly the jerseys, because you got 4-color numbered patches and stuff like that, because you had the white, gold, black, and the maroon there. And then I'm in the Air Force, so just all of those things in one card, which is pretty cool, and some great shine to it. And that one's a Pop 6. It's a neat one, just for rarity, for difficulty in finding high grade. I show this one, 97 Pacific Invincible. Back then, I don't think, I mean, this is a higher end product, I guess, and as kids, I didn't know anything about these things, but this was never a product that I came ever close to breaking and everything. But nowadays, as you see them and you pick them up raw or something like that, super condition sensitive. And then you're talking about kind of newer stuff back then, with throwing acetate in there with pictures in that, and just the foil things that they were doing back then. Always some crazy roughage there. So I was able to pick this one up. I did not sub it myself, and it's Pop 1, and I have the silver and the blue version, also Pop 1 gem. And I tried to sub the best looking base I could find and got a 6 on it. So real tough card, and but neat to kind of have a rainbow of it too. And beautiful Pop 1 there. This one's neat to me. 96 Action Pack Jerry Rice Studs promo, and if you see, it's a thicker card. Well, it puts in a thicker case because the card is regular Action Pack, which isn't thin anyway. But it's not real, but it's, you know, basically a little plastic earring or something. But it's elevated off of the card, as if it's a real earring. Hence the Studs name there. And there's 2 different versions of these, and this isn't the same version as the first one I ever picked up, but back when I was real big into cards all the time, and my dad's a big coin collector, so he kind of understood, but never got to go to any places, card shops or anything like that. And I finally convinced him to stop by this one place that just looked like it had cards and things like that. And you know, not really having any money or anything like that, I think I probably had like 10-15 bucks or something like that. You know, because back then, you know how allowances went. You worked for 25 hours a week and you got like $2 or something. No kidding. We had a yard. It took me like 6 hours to mow it. He'd pay me like a $1.50 or $2 sometimes to do that as a teenager, which was ridiculous. But I had a couple bucks on me, and I bought a card similar to this one, the non-promo version with a different picture, but still really cool version. For like $8 or something like that. I went home, super excited about it, pull up on my Beckett, and it was like, you know, back then, you remember Beckett's had wholesale and retail prices on them. The wholesale was like $60, and there was a second one there. So I got all hyped and told my dad, and we went back to the shop the next day and picked up the other one. But I subbed a whole bunch of them because I found some others online and everything, and PSA would not let me grade it. And then, you know, that's after I got them all returned with no holder, no charge type thing. This one popped up online for a month later, so somebody convinced them to grade it. I just love these Kramer Choice, old school, kind of high-endish. I mean, you know, what was high-end back then? It was, I don't want to say high-end, probably just rarity, right? Like hard to pull. The Kramer's Choice, and then hard to pull in good condition. I subbed this one myself and got the gem. Speaking of which, I forgot. That's Pop 2, none higher. This is a Pop 1 gem that I subbed myself. Another one I subbed myself, only a mint 9, but just, to me, just a vicious looking card. Great shine. Look at the determination in Jerry's eyes. He's about to just mess up some cornerback with some sick sharp route and catch it, you know, get a good 10-15 yards after the catch after that one. I mean, he just dedicated to the cause, and that's what we like to see right there. Just beautiful die cut. Yeah, I think they got me maybe a little bit on a corner right there. That's why it's the 9. But a 9 might as well be gem mint for when you're talking a foil card like this from back in the day, die cut and everything else. And that is pop 1, none higher. Another 97 insert. Another one I subbed myself. And a pop 1. Metal Universe Titanium. And you gotta love Metal Universe. Everything metal. God, we just didn't appreciate, I don't think, metal back in the day. I know I certainly didn't. Because I broke it a fair amount and just didn't appreciate it. But again, they'd come out of them packs sometimes just trashed. And I think that's sometimes why I didn't like it as much. Because, you know, you get a damaged card right from the get-go. But beautiful looking card. All that little detail in there. Little sparkles. Just a hell of a card. And then, well, since Jerome showed 11 in his, I'm showing 11 as well. So, just something about this card. I always pretty much have this thing on display or something like that. Again, 97. The 4-colored jersey that I'd always like. Also had that year, the previous year, but the 97 cards had it. The 50th anniversary patch. Which just, I love the extra patches on the uniforms when they get them, the captain's patches and Walter Payton Man of the Years and stuff like that. I just think those look awesome on jerseys. But then Marvel Metal, just something about that Spider-Man. There's a couple of neat ones in this set. A couple of average ones. Barry Sanders is with Wolverine, which is a real cool one. So if I ever find that one at a gym, I'd probably pick it up just for the hell of it. But really like this one. And it's been on my list for a long time to get put on display because I have a magazine that I always wanted to get graded, or not graded, I'm sorry, put in a frame or something like that. So NFL Pro Action, I've had this thing for, geez, years. Still in good condition. Touchdown Machine. It's got the Spider-Man. So I think that'll look really cool once I get the right frame for it and everything like that. So shout out to Jerome, 700 subs. Those are my cards. A couple of neat ones from the Rice PC. Thanks for watching. Until next time, later.